What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Chatamus Productions present the Gaming Station podcast. We are back again, finally, with technically episode 10. We did episode 8.5 on September 15th. It technically was episode 9. I just didn't have the crew with me, and as you can probably see from if you're on the YouTube version, I don't have anybody with me again. It's just me because, you know, the world's in a state of crisis. Again, hopefully everybody's doing well, taking their precautions, and my heart still goes out to everybody out there has to deal with this, and just stay safe, guys. So, let's get into it, and yeah, like I said, welcome back to the Gaming Station podcast. I've missed you guys. It is now coming up on a month and 10 days. We're on the 25th right now, as I'm recording this. You're probably seeing this on the 26th or further. So, yeah, welcome back. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying and checking out the previous podcast episodes you guys have. We're almost at 200 views over the 8.5 podcast episodes that we have, but I'm Chatamus, Chatamus Gaming on Twitch, Chatamus everywhere else pretty much. So if you guys want to see more from me besides just these podcasts or videos, you guys can check me out on all those streaming sites. If you guys have any questions about that, you can check out the YouTube, it's Chatamus Productions, and you can check out in the description of this video all of the links to all of those. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started on the news today. So yeah, obviously this has been turning into basically news, but I'll tell you some experiences that I've had playing some games recently. So we're going to start off today with what we kind of started off last time as well, since it's past the date now that a lot of stuff has come out. So we're going to start with our wonderful 35th anniversary of Super Mario. Yeah, so basically, as I talked last time, there was going to be a triple pack game that came out. It's called Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I have 2 copies here. I did pick up 2 copies, one to keep sealed in the package, and one to open and play. I have not yet played it. I don't remember why I even opened it. I haven't even taken it out of the bag yet. I think I planned on playing it, and I ended up playing some like Tarkov or something that night. But reviews are pretty good, besides the 4-3 mode of the original on 64, this Super Mario World, I believe. Super Mario 64 is what it's called. So besides the 4-3 that, they got really good reviews. They sold out like crazy. They're still available. They didn't sell out, but they will be available for a limited time. I think it was like March or May of next year. You will not be able to pick up the physical copy or maybe all copies. So that is one of the first things I wanted to get started with, because that came out, I believe, 2 days after podcast number 8.5/9. So on top of that, something that came out recently, and that I was lucky, I expected them to be impossible to find, would be the Mario Kart Live. I have not tried this out as well. It did just come out, I believe it was a week and a half ago. So around the 17th, 18th of October, and I believe the reviews on this was phenomenal. You can play it on your Nintendo Switch, and you basically set up the tracks, and you can play it basically like an AR mode. So like you're shown here, if you guys are watching it on YouTube, the video version, basically you set up a track, you have like little plastic things that you set up, and then I don't know how the actual syncing works with all the stuff, but it looks really neat. So basically you're driving a real car in real life through your Nintendo Switch, and you can see on your screen basically Mario Kart. So I was fortunate enough to get the Mario and the Luigi edition. So will I be able to play these? I don't know. I was actually planning on playing them this weekend, but you can't see the Luigi because it's green, and, you know, green screen and all. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to additional carts coming out, and maybe other stuff to go along with that in the future. So that's awesome. On top of that, something else new that was physically released on these are things that basically happened that I was looking forward to. So it was Untitled Goose Game, and it's still not opened yet, but that is also a huge game that has come out on the Switch. Switch is killing it now. I know there was like a dry spell there where people were like concerned with what was going to happen with Switch and how they weren't talking about it, any new games, and quarter 3 and 4 were going to be nothing. And then they just, come out with all these cool things. So I'm excited to try this game. I almost got it on PC, but I really wanted to wait for Switch so I could play it, on the go if I really wanted to, or even stream it. And then, if there's anything that you need to do to like grind in the game, I can do while I was away from the computer here. So that released on September 29th. So if you guys are into those kind of games, it looks really fun, honestly. You walk around and you play as a goose, and you just pretty much cause havoc. So you're like Dennis the Menace, but in goose form. So, and it's kind of, I guess in a sense, it's kind of like the goat simulator type thing, but not so much a simulator. Next up, Star Wars Squadrons did come out, and we did play. I think I played a couple hours of that. It was pretty good. We did get in a few hours. I got basically the first quests you have to do before you can play multiplayer done with some by myself, and then so I played on the multiplayer with some friends. It wasn't too bad. The controls for me was a little hard, and I did switch from keyboard and mouse to PlayStation controller, and then I just was like, this is really frustrating, and we ended up stopping and went and played something else. And I think we ended up running into somebody that was able to kill all of us instantly. So that seems to happen. Hopefully they get those kind of things fixed for this game, but overall the game's amazing. Graphically, it's beautiful. I'm guessing there's probably a huge following of it. I know everybody that I told a bunch of my friends basically were talking about getting it and playing it, single player and multiplayer. The game's really good. So if you're into the flying games, and I think they have a VR mode too, which I did not try. VR just makes me sick, even though I have one. But check that out as well. And since we are in October, we're coming up on Halloween. Who knows what's going to happen with the whole Halloween thing since, the world as it is now. There is a new game that I've been playing a lot, and a lot of my friends have been playing it a lot, and you guys probably have heard of it. It's an awesome 4-player co-op ghost hunting game called Phasmophobia. Hopefully I said that right, because I used to call it Plasmophobia, but there's no plasma in it. It's really fun. Basically, you're just ghost hunters, and you have objectives that you're supposed to hit without dying, and you have to do all the objectives as much as you can, make as much money as you can on your descent from the ghost haunt, and, survive and get out and go back in and keep going. And I think that's pretty much the premise of the game right now. I look forward to the future of this game because it is really scary. A lot of good things. There's barely any glitches in the game, if any. I would say some things that we found maybe would be just ghosts just don't show up, or we can't find the ghosts sometimes, especially in larger areas. But other than that, the game's really awesome. So that's definitely something for the spooky season that is upon us at this moment. But yeah, if you're listening to this later on, check it out. It's still a really good game, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Speaking about spooky games, one of the most popular games out there, and one of the games out there that made a certain person extremely famous, and probably the basis of his entire career in YouTube, I guess, in a sense, which would be called Amnesia. There is a game called Amnesia Rebirth. It is on Epic Game Store and PS4 on the 20th of September. So that came out, I believe, 5 days afterwards, even though I'm just now talking about it, because I played Amnesia for a little bit, but I didn't play too much of it, and I really want to get back in and beat the first two, and then maybe try out this one. Of what I've seen, it looks very good. I'm not sure about the reviews and stuff, but the premise of the game is I think you get like scared and you have to drink special potions, and I don't know, something like that. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't remember too much of the game. I think you have like a fear meter, and you have to, or your sanity meter, and you have to you take pills and stuff to keep your sanity there, or otherwise you die or something like that. So it looks like a really fun game. Or maybe it's October 20th, I think actually it came out, not September 20th. So October 20th of 2020, which was just 5 days ago. So check that out if you guys are into those kind of games. Kind of like there's another game that I can't think of, but you're a reporter, and it's a very good scary game. And that scary game is called Outlast. And Outlast 3, I believe, has come out this year, so it's another one to check out. And if you haven't played the first two, check those out as well. I did start a series last year of Outlast, the first or second one. I can't remember which one I did. But yeah, definitely another really creepy game to play for this spooky Halloween season. So yeah, I'm like I said, the video version over here on YouTube, you can see a lot of the trailers for these that I'm showing, or my own gameplay as well. So that's another one to be looking forward to. Another game that you probably maybe have heard of since it's getting a little bit more traction. I've been following this game since I believe it was alpha. I had alpha codes to play it. I have actually not played it yet. I got 4 alpha and beta access codes to play this game. It's called GTFO, and you can obviously understand what that stands for. It's get the F out, basically. It's another scary game. I don't know too much about this game. Like I said, I really wanted to play it, just never did. But it's another one it's becoming popular. So I believe it's like a first-person shooter horror game, and it's 4-person co-op. 4-person multiplayer co-op, so that's another one to look at. I believe it is on Steam, I think is where you could get it, so check that out as well if you're looking for a spooky horror game to get into. Another one that is obviously a game that a lot of people have been playing. It's called Among Us. It's another good game. Like I said last time, it's a 10-player co-op game where you could have 1 or 2 imposters, and basically you run around doing tasks and you're trying to find the imposter, etc. There's also Friday the 13th that you can play, and there's Dead or Alive or something like that. Another game that I don't play, for basically you're trying to run around and do tasks where a killer is trying to capture and kill you and eliminate all of you and your friends. So those are other games that you can. I think it's Dead Space or Dead by Daylight. Yeah, Dead by Daylight, I believe is what it's called. So it's another game that I really am not into. I originally, when I was partnered, got paid to stream, I was playing a mobile version of that game, which I don't remember the name of that. And that was pretty fun, but I played a lot of it, so just the premise of the game kind of I don't really care about anymore. And unpopular news, something else that you could play at the moment, I believe until the 1st or 3rd or something, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Battle Royale Zombies, which actually is a lot of fun. Just keep in mind it is still Modern Warfare, so it's got its issues still. We've talked about this game multiple times on the podcast, how I loathe it. So I did reinstall it, unfortunately, and I played Zombies. Zombie mode is really fun. The premise of it is basically you're dropping into a war zone, but when you die, you become a zombie. And as that zombie, you come down and you drop in, and your goal is to kill 2 players and revive yourself with the stim pack, basically. And once you do that, you can become a player again. And then this seems to be the premise of the game until like the last circle or 2. And it's actually really fun. As a zombie, you're pretty much OP. You jump super high. You can do a gas grenade, which really blocks the player from being able to see and move a lot. There's an EMP blast, which I never really did use, but I believe it disables like comms and stuff. I'm not sure. You also get a radar, so that's something really cool to try out if you're already playing Modern Warfare Warzone, because it's free to play. So that's something else to check out. Speaking about Call of Duty and kind of getting away from the whole haunted Halloween games for the moment. Not so much, I guess, since there is going to be zombies. But according to, this is big news, actually. I've just remembered this. This is not in my script, quote unquote. I guess you have to wait a full year if you're not getting it on PlayStation for Call of Duty Cold War Zombies. Black Ops Zombies, whatever. Black Ops Cold War, whatever they're calling it. But yeah, you have to wait a whole year, according to a report that I had seen. Hopefully that's not true. That would really suck for a lot of us PC players. But yeah, so yeah, looking at that. So yeah, Cold War itself, though, is really fun. I was able to play the beta with quite a few people, and I enjoyed it. So it's for Call of Duties, it just was kind of the same way when I played the beta for Modern Warfare. It seemed like it was going to be different than the last 4 or 5 Call of Duties, but who knows? So like I said, I felt the same way with Modern Warfare until it released, and until the aim assist on controllers and the cross-platform and all that. It's kind of annoying, but who knows? It was fun. I played a lot of it, and I enjoyed it. So check that out. That is going to be, I know we're skipping through these pretty quick. That is going to be coming out, I believe, on November 13th. So looking forward to that. Like I said, October 20th, 2020 is when Amnesia Rebirth came out, if I didn't mention that. So, but yeah, let's get off the topic of Call of Duty and get into one of my happier content. So, Zelda Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. If you guys are into like Dynasty Warriors, I played Dynasty Warriors many years ago and played it pretty often with one of my brothers, and it was a lot of fun. The premise of the game is basically there's a story derived around it, but you are pretty OP, and you, as you see here on the video version, you can just tear through crowds of people, and then you get to your higher up ranked people, and they're a little bit harder to attack. And it looks like the Zelda version is going to be set 100 years prior to Breath of the Wild. So I did not ever play Hyrule Warriors, the Definitive Edition or the original one. I finally did find it after looking online on eBay for many weeks. I actually picked it up at my local Walmart. It was the last copy. So yeah, I got lucky and got it for the original price of $49.99. So haven't played it or picked it up or anything, or opened it or anything. So, but yeah, it's another one that I am really excited for. I do plan on playing through Hyrule Warriors prior to Age of Calamity, I believe, which comes out November 20th. So I cannot wait. Another big game that is in the nude is called, it looks like Hyrule Warriors or Breath of the Wild, whatever. The animation wise, I know we talked last time about a game that Beat 'em Ups was playing. Shout out to him again. Someday he'll see my stuff because, someday we'll become a big content creator, maybe. But yeah, so this is Genshin Impact. I have not played it. I have downloaded it and made an account. It looks very similar to Breath of the Wild. A little bit more Pokemon-ish looking than it is, because the Breath of the Wild looks very crisp, very pretty. So this is, I believe, on all systems as well. I believe it's on mobile too. I'm not 100% positive about that, but I think it is. I picked it up on PC because it's free to play. Pick it up as in it's free to play. So there's no reason not to try it out if you like MMORPGs, or I think this is an MMO. It might just be an RPG. But if you like RPGs, check it out. It looks like a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of people playing it from release to even still. So we'll eventually get around to playing it. It's just another one of those games that, it's going to be easy to just pick up and play through. And, hopefully it's online so you can play with other people. So that is also out. So next up is something big. I don't know too much about this, but considering I've been looking for older games on eBay as I was looking for this Hyrule Warriors, this is a wonderful trailer here. Get to it in a second. So it looks like Fire Emblem, which was originally a Japan only release, is going to be re-releasing. And I heard it was a very, very difficult game, which I played a lot of original NES games, so I enjoy the style of these kind of games. I've been playing Dragon Warrior and the original Final Fantasy, and I ended up picking up Final Fantasy VIII. Again, I have like 9 different copies of that game on different things. I picked it up on Switch, and I've been playing that again. Final Fantasy games are really addicting, so I don't know which road. I haven't played any Fire Emblem games, so I have all the amiibos, but I've never played them. I don't know how they work, but it looks like a game that I would enjoy. So if you guys also enjoy that, it looks like the pack is going to include a lot of stuff. I don't know. You get a replica game pack art, replica game box, instruction booklet, manual, deluxe art. For this is all for the anniversary edition, which I hope to get because it looks amazing. So, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of people that are into that type of thing. So hopefully I'll be able to pick that up. But yeah, that looks amazing. Another thing that I didn't even plan, I just seen down here. So Minecraft Steve and Alex were added to Super Smash Brothers. So it's another game I haven't been playing very much. I played it with a friend when he came over, and that was pretty much it. So me, the gamer, doesn't play much at all. I've been playing pretty much Rainbow Six Siege. I've been playing Phasmophobia with some friends. I do a lot of multiplayer games, so like I said, if you guys want to see that, I stream every night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Shameless plug once again. So if you guys want to see me live and interact with me live, and want to talk about anything about the podcast, let me know. You guys can check it out down in the comments section, or you guys can join the Discord, and let me know over there what you guys would like to see more of. So moving on to another breaking the charts game, hopefully soon, is going to be Party Animals. I did play the demo. Unfortunately, I only was able to play one day before the demo, or whatever they want to call it, stopped being live on Steam. There's no release date, but if you enjoy the just super funny, super quirky battle games, this one's kind of like not Fall Guys. Fall Guys is basically you're racing to finish a puzzle or finish a trail. I don't even know what you would call it. Party Animals, they have little game modes that you can play, but you basically play around as a character like a dog or a duck or a rhino, and you can control the arms and stuff. You can grab stuff, and one of the modes is like a kind of like an actual battle royale mode, like you would see in WWE, where you and 8 others or 7 others square off to find out who can be the last one standing by punching each other. Kind of like a Smash Brothers type mode where they drop in some tools and stuff that you can use, but it's very, very funny, and it's kind of hard to control, but at the same time, the hard controls makes the game just so much fun, so much more fun. But like I said, I don't know release date. I know it says 2020. Right now, I see that it's going to be out on Steam, but other than that, I don't really know anything else. I've only played by myself, and I couldn't stop laughing. It was just so comical to play. So in other news, larger games that are coming out, I know we've talked about these before. Watch Dogs Legion will be out in 4 days, actually. I just now realized that it's coming out extremely soon. So if you guys are into Watch Dogs, I think it's the 3rd installment, Watch Dog Legion. Hopefully this can bring back Watch Dogs and everything in its glory as we've seen for the first trailer back in the day. Watch Dogs was very hyped, kind of like the next game we're going to be talking about, which will be Cyberpunk. No spoiler or anything, because, that game's been pretty much talked about almost every single episode that we have done over here on the Gaming Station podcast. But, hopefully Watch Dogs Legion will bring this game back and will be everything that we hoped for in the first one. I haven't actually ever picked up a Watch Dogs games, I don't think. I might have picked up the first one. I know I did not pick up the second one. I played it for free, though, because, the game was that bad that it became free to play at a time. I don't think it's free to play anymore, but I know there was a time that I was able to play it for a couple weeks for free. But yeah, next up, and the last thing that we're going to talk about probably today on episode 10 here of the podcast is, Cyberpunk 2077. I've ordered, I think, 3 or 4 of the small figures and 2 of the large figures, so I can keep that collection full and, have that as a collection. But that will be coming out on November 19th, 2020, and we feared that it would be postponed once again, but as of right now, no. Basically, and down here, as you guys can see on YouTube, but for the audio versions, it says the game is just incredible. So hopefully the game itself will be incredible, but I have a feeling that it's going to be a home run. So, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, that's coming November 19th, 2020, Xbox, PlayStation 4, PC, and Stadia. So it's soon to be on Series S and Series X and the PS5. So speaking about, all that stuff was basically you could pre-order it right after, I believe, the last podcast we were talking about it. And it was, let me see what the wording I put down here, because basically I said good luck for all the GPUs, the CPUs that were coming out, the 30 series, the pre-orders. It was just bad. Everybody just dropped the ball when it come to pre-ordering stuff. Bots pretty much got up everything, so that's another reason why I was able to. I don't know how I was able to, but that's the reason why I pre-ordered both the Mario Kart Live Luigi version and the Mario versions, because I was worried they would just disappear immediately. So I got lucky. I don't know how, but I got those. So hopefully I will be able to come up with a video sooner or later about those and throw that up on YouTube. But I think that's it for me, guys. Sorry that the last 2 podcasts has really just been news and a little bit updates about me. I do want to get with the guys again, Mr. Patman and Patty, about a Mario, Mario edition of the podcast, so we can talk about all the Marios and which ones we liked. But that'll come up, sooner or later. So next year will be the 35th anniversary of Zelda. We already have a Zelda podcast, but we'll be revisiting that next year sometime as well. So I'm trying to pick up a lot of the original Zelda games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, Game Boy, etc., etc. So I want originals in the boxes and stuff, or at least with the box, but I'm trying to complete that collection eventually. So other than that, guys, thank you so much. Sorry it's been another month and 10 days since the previous podcast. I'm trying to get these done and out. It's definitely difficult solo. You think it'd be easier solo, and it's not that it's not. It's just I'm trying to get people to join me for these podcasts, like the previous, the 2 hosts that we had for the first 8 series, 7 series, whatever, episodes. I'm trying to get them back as well. I'd like to have both of them at the same time, but we might have to settle for one if one's busy. I've got other people I've talked to about joining in, other guests, so we can get more episodes out. If you guys like it once a month, just let me know. Maybe we can just keep it at once a month, but there's so much content that we could go into. Like, we could cut down, we could put 4 games into one episode easily, and we just talked about, I think, 14 or 15 games. So, but yeah, if you guys let me know which games you guys are interested in. You guys can check me out on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, obviously Buzzsprout, Google, Apple, Spotify, Pandora. I think Amazon Music now you can watch me or listen to me on. Obviously YouTube you guys can watch me on. Hit the subscribe button over there. Hit the notification bell if you guys want to see when I go live or when I post new videos. Shameless plug again. Thank you guys so much. Another thing I've been trying to do is work on my fitness. I'm trying to get into shape again, so it's very important. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Thank you so much again. This is Chatamus with Chatamus Productions Presents the Gaming Station podcast. Much love to you guys. Keep on smiling, keep on gaming, and like I said, hit me up if you guys have any ideas or something you guys would like to hear or see in the next episodes of the podcast. This is episode 10, and I am now signing off.